Hello all, welcome to the channel. In my previous video, I shared my experience of day 1 at SSB Banglore. So in today's video, I'll be sharing my experience of day 2 and what are the things happened and what are the facilities available at the selection center. I'll be talking about these in this video. If you want to watch a specific section, I will include the chapters in the description so you can navigate through them easily. For the day 2, the main part will be consisting of psychological tests. In psychological tests, there are 4 things included. Thematic appreciation test, 2 is 𝗚𝗏 word association test, and SRT, situation reaction test, and self-description. So the previous day, that is day 1, the lights will be out by 10 p.m. and for the day 2 assessment, you have to report by 6:30 a.m. in the morning and you have to finish your breakfast before 6:30. And JCOs are very kind there and will guide you through the process and tell you where to report for the psychological test. So for us, the first event is TAT, Thematic Appreciation Test. There will be an image shown for 30 seconds and you will be given 4 more minutes to write the story, just like the picture perception test. So the only difference between the picture perception test and thematic appreciation test is you need not to write, what is the action, is it positive or negative, you need not to consider anything. You just need to frame a story by seeing that picture and write it in 4 minutes. Just after 4 minutes, you will be shown another picture for 30 seconds and you have to write the story again for 4 minutes. This process continues till 11 images and 12th image slide will be blank. So for the 12th slide, it's your imagination. You can write whatever story you want. After thematic appreciation test, you will be having word association test. They'll be showing 60 words with a 15-second interval. You have to think of a sentence within that 15 seconds and write a sentence. That's too quick. So they will be giving you a buzzer and 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds they will be changing the word. So you have to observe that change of the word and write the sentence in the booklet provided. So after this, you will be having situation reaction test. In situation reaction test, they will be giving you a small sentence, a small situation, and they want to know how you respond to it, how you react to it. So the sentence will be given and there will be a small gap given after the sentence. You have to fill that sentence with your response. Next, you will be having self-description test, which is a time constraint event. I didn't remember the exact timings. I guess it will be around 10 minutes to complete the self-description part. It is basically what parents think about you, what your friends think about you, what you think about you, what you want to become. So you need to write a small essay considering all these. After all these, you will be free for the day. For few people, we will be having this interview on the same day. So we are a batch of 24 people and 1 to 14 people have interviews on the same day, and for the rest of the people, interviews are scheduled for day 3 and day 4. So if you are having interview on the same day, they will inform you the timing. So you have to go there at that time and wait in the hall. They will call you and you will be interviewed. My interview went for around 1 hour 5 minutes. That's pretty long. By the way, most of the times interview will be taken by Deputy President and the President of the Selection Board. And for me, President of the board took my interview. It was good. The interviewing officer makes you feel comfortable by asking some simple questions like how is your stay, how many friends you made, what's the breakfast today, what's the lunch today, and how's the climate. And they will ask you some questions about your friends, some personal questions. Mostly they will make you comfortable so you will reveal more information what they wanted. For me, he asked me some rapid fire questions like tell me about your education, whom do you like, how many friends do you have, what are the names of your roommates, and which place do you like, what are your hobbies, what is your main hobby, are you earning anything, etc, etc. He will be asking continuously about 10 to 15 questions, but you can easily remember the order as he will go chronologically. He will ask you about the studies from 10th class and what are the activities, etc, etc. You will get to it.
Suppose you tell me about your education. In this, I would be interested in the subjects you like the most, those you did not care so much about, grades achieved in exams, efforts put in, extracurricular, co-curricular, including adventurous activities and NCC training available in your school, college, the events in which you took part in, and special achievements. About your closest friends and why you consider them so. The people you avoid and why. Also tell me about teachers you like the most, those who did not impress you much and why. Have you received any scholarship? What have you been doing since you passed out of school? You may start from class 10.
And he asked me about some technical questions and related to the job I applied for, and air bases, some technical questions related to my mechanical field, etc., some personal questions. And at the end he asked me about, if you have any questions for me you can ask, and I asked a question, and that's it. He wound up the session and he asked me to leave the interviewing office, and my interview went pretty well. I thought so, but I don't know how he perceived, but I felt it went good. So after the interview is over, I'm free for the rest of the day. So I'll be sharing information about the facilities available at the selection center, 𝗚𝗲 South Bangalore. So you'll have cafeteria in that you can take Xerox copies, photocopies, you can browse internet there, you can have snacks, you can buy clothing for the GTO day you will need white t-shirt and white shoe, etc. You can get there, and you can get black shoe, etc. And you will have army canteen as well. You can go and buy stuff there, but the timings will be limited, and if you go there they will let you know about the timings. In the cafeteria itself, you will be having access to the phone, some small basic phone to call someone or to send any message. So you will not be having access to your own smartphone, so you can make use of this small keypad phone to make calls. And you will have library as well, so you can go to library if you want to refer some information, and you will be having a lot of books as well as computers to browse the internet as well. Washing facilities also available. It's a paid service, but at the time we are in the selection center, the 𝗚𝗲 was absent. So when coming to the facilities in the dormitories, you'll be having iron board, so you can iron your clothes, and hot water in the washrooms. Basically they have very good infrastructure, and if you are bored you can watch TV, you can play table tennis, you can play snooker. So you can have a lot of fun there along with the assessment process. So that's pretty much it for this. So on the day 2 itself, they took a photograph of 24 people I showed you before, or you can see now. If you want a hard copy, you can pay 65 rupees and you can take it whenever you want within those 5 days. So don't miss the next video that will be related to GTO, the most interesting thing, and I'll meet you there. Bye bye.